Go ahead, Bill. There's a gentleman in the back, I think, that wanted a question that I wasn't able to get. Go ahead.
So could you walk us through that catch, the first catch that Penn State, I think, and obviously the play. Could you kind of walk us through what you're thinking on that play?
Right. Yeah. I think we had back-to-back penalties on that play, and you know, starting long, and you know, we needed a big play, and you know, somebody had to make a play. They called an isolation pass to me, a fade route, and you know, went up and made the play.
Back row, Teddy.
Awesome. What was your understanding of JT, his knee, the fact that he was able to play, but then he had to come out, and what all that?
I honestly didn't know what was going on. You know, beginning of the game, he said he's had some problems, but then you know, when he went down in the game, you know, it's just a testimony to what Ohio State does, the next man up, and you know, Dwayne was able to step in and you know, produce at just a good level.
Following up on that, if you need Dwayne next week, what's your level of confidence?
Oh, all the way. You know, I believe, you know, he can do it. He's my roommate too, so you know, I got that same confidence.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tim.
No. Did he have any inkling? I mean, did he feel like, I mean, you guys were speaking last night, how prepared do you think he was for this game? Obviously, he looked pretty prepared out there.
You know, it's not just, you know, one night thing. It's a whole year, and you know, he's being a pro, and you know, Dwayne takes that, you know, that edge, that seriousness to the game, so that, you know, when that time comes and his number's called, he can be able to produce.
Okay, and folks, we also have Dwayne Haskins up here, front row right. Austin.
Dwayne, when you get that call, you're down a touchdown on the road, going into the game cold, can you describe your demeanor and the emotions you had going out there with the game on the line, and how you wanted to best handle that?
It was really unreal, honestly. The first person would think that you'd be nervous, and honestly, I wasn't. I had the O-line, I had the receivers, Billy and everybody else was behind me the whole entire way, and I got the snap, and we just moving the ball down the field, and play by play, you know, it happened.
That 3rd and 13, did you just look for your roommate? Is that all it comes down to?
I mean, I love all my receivers, but they definitely have a special connection with Austin. So, I mean, we had to make a play, and, you know, one-on-one, I took my boy anytime.
Over here to the left, Bill.
Dwayne, how long have you known that you were truly the #2 guy? I think there was some maybe confusion as to whether it was you or Joe. Joe was hurt. They wanted to work you in some, but now in a time when they needed a backup quarterback to come in a meaningful moment, it was you. How long have you known that you were that guy?
I've known since the beginning of the season, but we've been competing since, you know, last year, and we were going back and forth every day, every practice. It was all out war, and you know, God forbid injury, but Joe got hurt before the season started, and you know, I was told I was going to be #2, so every practice from then on was to be prepared to be the guy next. So.
And you were always, like, throughout all the practices, you were always second. It was never you and Joe, even at that #2, since you got hurt.
I asked coaches about that, but I mean, I was, you know, going a lot with the #2.
3rd row right, Tony.
Mike, close, we can't hear him.
Dwayne, JT was hurt before, just after kickoff. Were you aware of that? Did that help you get your mind right that you might be coming in?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, before the game started, I didn't know what was going to happen. JT was limping on the sideline. I was confused, you know, but he went back in the game, so I was just, you know, prepared and watching the game as it went on and checking coverages and blitzes and stuff like that. So, I mean, when he actually did get hurt, it was, you know, just a little bit of confusion, like, is he really hurt or not? Like, something to get ready, am I really going in the game? But, you know, I win the game, and JT's doing well, he's doing better, so just thankful.
Front row right, Tim.
Dwayne, you just went in, you guys were trailing, and basically you helped lead your team to victory. What are your thoughts right now? I mean, based on the way they started for you, what are you sitting here thinking in that regard? I mean, your first significant action in the game.
I mean, it's crazy to go win the biggest rivalry in sports. You know, I never thought it would actually be a reality. I was always just, you know, prepared in meetings, learning, asking questions, and, you know, got my number called, and, you know, it worked out for me. Thankful.
Was the run an indication that you weren't nervous? I mean, you know what I mean, that you were rising to the occasion? How would you describe that? I mean, your big run down to the 1-yard line.
I thought I scored,
yeah.
But I wasn't even thinking about it. I forgot we were down. I was in the game. I was like, you know, first thing I get told by Bill is clap loud. So I just forgot we were down by anything. So, I mean, this was a great feeling to actually get down there and go score.
Over to the right, Ari.
Dwayne, you are aware of the way that this team won a national championship a few years ago with Cardale Jones coming up. We don't know the status of JT Barrett, but to be in this moment and to maybe have a chance to maybe lead this team next week, how's your mind frame of that? And, you know, how can you talk a little bit about how you maintained your head throughout the entire season and were prepared to go into the game?
I mean, just all credit to my coaches and my older guys and the players just always been preparing, and no matter what happens, if JT goes down, you'll be ready to get in the game. And Wisconsin's a tough team, and I'll be preparing tomorrow and the day after that and the following days. Just I'll be in my playbook. That's all I'm worried about.
Isn't that kind of crazy how similar the circumstances are, though?
I mean, it really is now as you talk about it, but I never thought it would be actually realistic.
Last question for Dwayne, Bill Bender, and then we'll open up questions for Billy Price over on the right.
Dwayne, when you came in the game, it's 3rd and 1, 3rd and short, and noticed they pointed first down. Did that first play settle you in? I mean, and obviously after that 5-7 might go down.
I mean, after that first handoff, I think when JK got the first down, I was like, all right, we got the ball rolling now. It's first down. I actually can start the drive. So I mean, after that play, it was just like, let's keep moving. Let's go score the ball. And it was just time went on, and it's crazy.